One of the most pristine settings in all of sports. In the shadows of the San Gabriels, the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California, it will come alive when the powder blue-clad fans start the 8-clap and UCLA, ready to roll. And the Bruins will get us started with the opening kickoff. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Wisconsin's offense takes the field for the first time today. And here he comes, the guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense, always seems to know what the answer is to the test.
Always in control. The receivers know they're going to get the football. Everybody believes in this dude.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. We always talk about the Wisconsin ground game, but the Badgers have had some efficient quarterbacks in recent years, too.
And just finding the guy that fits, right? They're a scheme fit, a system fit. Finding that guy that can be a complement to the run game. That's what you want with a great Wisconsin offense.
From the gun, the running back looking for room.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense. Down the road.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The run from the shotgun. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Badgers are rolling down the field. Handoff from the gun. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And in that situation, on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field.
Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finish the deal with the quarterback sneak. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the UCLA Bruins offense will go to work for the first time today. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
And it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
The Bruins are in the hurry-up. On second down, he'll let it fly. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down.
Really nice throw there. I'll tell you, UCLA, they've got an impressive history book of quarterbacks, going all the way back to Rick Neuheisel. Troy Aikman is a name people will recognize. Cade McNown back in my day. And then recently, DTR was carving up defenses too, throwing it. Got to be able to make good decisions. You've got to be able to deliver strikes through the air, and this guy right now is doing just that.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. He'll do it himself. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And that's what I love about the QB run game in this offense, is it just keeps these defenses off balance. We're going to see a lot of running backs doing their work between the tackles in this game as well. But you see how mixing in the quarterback run, too, it just keeps this defense so confused.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. And the Bruins will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to the well. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield and created the negative play.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Got it in the middle, it's Cook. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Bruins racing to the line in the hurry-up. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
Number 19.
As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They've swapped ends of the field and we're ready to go in the second. And the Bruins will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made, but there is laundry on the deck, so we might be having a do-over.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. They're bringing heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. This offense really needs to get something going. Punt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and 10 coming up. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Now 2nd and 10. Trying play action. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Bruins! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here.
Oh, look out! And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. On the move at the 30. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move? Gives him the first down yardage.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. This crowd knows when to bring it. The big fullback's got it. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Well, how about that play call? 3rd down, turn it around, hand it to the big fella, your fullback, and he does the work to get the first.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. They want to run this quarterback. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end-of-the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth-quarter game.
The kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And, guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Going up top on 1st down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Slings it downfield. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? The Bruins will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
He's got it down the left side. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
They get the go route outside, and the quarterback was just licking his chops. He looked outside, he saw press man-to-man coverage, and he knew he had to win. If he could just be accurate with the throw, that was going to be an explosive play. You just could not draw that up any better.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Gets it out fast. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Touchdown, Wisconsin! A great catch and run for 6. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're just about ready to kick it away.
The score, Wisconsin 17, UCLA 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll try the run. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in Pasadena than you do? A captivating game so far. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the Rose Bowl.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Off play action on 1st down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Bruins come to the line in the hurry up. They'll ride the hot hand. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Offense lining up quickly. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Got him downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Big opportunity in the red zone.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Grab behind the line. It's Cook. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Now they'll run it to the right here. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Getting some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Working that left side now. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. Still running at the 40. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The Badgers are flying down the field. Handoff from the shotgun. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. Tackled immediately after the catch.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
To the air on first down. Unleashes one deep. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He's looking for a man on second down. It's caught. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. The Bruins will hustle to the line.
Really nice looking pass. When I think back to the history of UCLA quarterbacks, I think about guys carving up defenses in the Rose Bowl in the perfect weather conditions with the gorgeous San Gabriel Mountains as a backdrop. And this guy right here, man, he's lighting defenses up this season, throwing it too. And in this game, he seems like he's dialed in.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Tackle is made after the first down. They'll try to snap it quickly. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Unloads to the wideout. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. On the ground with the counter. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, UCLA! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. NC State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This Pac team has picked itself up before, and they are capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to ULM. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll go to the ground. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win?
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated.
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. Line gets set. First down. Movement here from the tight end. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins! He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm down, to go out and refocus this drive, Dave.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the side.
He is smashing people. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. And the offense is so close to the go-ahead score, they can smell it here in the 4th quarter. Snags it! And they get him down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make...
Touchdown, Wisconsin! They move on top here in the 4th. They'll try to tack one more on their score.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, UCLA! This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Game is tied, just a few minutes to play, and we'll see if this defense can stop a scoring drive. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line going to have to do a lot better job giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down and run. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, I'll tell you, he picked a good time to have his longest run of the day. Really nice job there, feeling the pressure, buying himself some time, and then taking off and getting north. And just so...
Looking for a huge play. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy.
Knocked off his feet.
Well, great job there by the defense, because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Going downfield for the big play. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a double.
The give to the back. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on fourth down. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie ball game. You need a stop. What an unbelievable job forcing the interception, creating offensive opportunity for the offense to go out and win this ball game.
The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding, I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. They're trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, this late in the game, it's go time. I got to have a score. I'm not worried about downs. I'm going through my 2-minute script. We know what's coming. We practiced this all week. It's second down, incomplete pass, go to third down. We need to go for it on fourth down. This offense just has to keep that high energy up and try to run these plays fast.
Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. On fourth down, going to the air. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll start this drive with a pass. Now improvising. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Well, obviously here in the fourth quarter trailing, they're going to be throwing the ball, trying to get back in this game. Couldn't come up with it there on second down. They're expecting them to throw it here on third.
Buys a little time. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
First play of the first possession of OT. Running back searching for a hole. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
How about getting that big play on the ground here in OT? Great job up front by the offensive line. This has been a long, hard-fought, physical game, but these guys look like they could play for at least another couple of quarters.
They'll throw it on first down. He's got it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Touchdown, Badger! And they're on top here in overtime. Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Trying to find his man on first down. They get to him as he throws. And they pick it off. You can't give it away in overtime. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.